3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Sammy. Hey, Sam.
Hello.
Hanging out on your listening device. It is Wednesday. It is Thanksgiving Eve. We're going to talk about your COVID Thanksgiving plans in just a second. But today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right on the price, right on the pike. Looking for a new vehicle? Check out Freisinger Hyundai. It'll do right by you. They love hooking people up with deals over at Freisinger. We are doing our thing from the American Shaman of PA studios. Make American Shaman of PA part of your Black Friday shopping experience. The first 50 visitors will receive a free bottle of CBD, no purchase necessary. Again, Black Friday is this Friday. I know it doesn't always feel like that because of life, but it is. First 50 visitors inside of American Shaman PA store will get a free bottle of CBD, and you don't got to buy nothing. So if you want to check it out, want to see what the CBD thing is like, they love talking about it, they love educating their customers. American Shaman of PA, check it out for your Black Friday. Thanksgiving is a lot different this year. Mm-hmm. I know that my mom back home has canceled Thanksgiving. Instead, her and my dad are just going to have a normal Thursday. I know a lot of other people are doing it. I know that my mother-in-law is keeping it super low-key. Like, she's not even cooking. She's getting it, I think, Wegmans.
Yeah?
I think we're going to do the Wegmans thing where you just, here's your food and we go and heat it up.
I'm about that life.
Yeah, which is nice. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off the people cooking. Mm-hmm. Over the last few years, it's been almost kind of like a potluck. Mm-hmm. Where we have brought our own. I think one year we did like a mac and cheese. I think last year we did a like roasted Brussels sprouts or something like that. Don't make that. It was so good. Don't make that face. It was so good. Put bacon on them.
All right.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Maybe.
Everything's better with bacon. So this year it's way low key. I think there's going to be 5 of us. Myself, my wife, one of wife's sisters, and then her husband, and then my mother-in-law. Like 5 of us.
Yeah. At your house?
No.
At mother-in-law's
house? At mother-in-law's house, yeah. So what about you?
I'm moving.
You're moving on Thanksgiving?
Well, okay, so we get the keys tonight. And we said we would start moving stuff in Friday and Saturday, but we're like, well, we don't have anything else we don't have a kitchen table necessarily to eat at. And I'm sure as heck not doing the whole spending hours cooking thing.
Right.
It's really, and the way the kids' schedules, and there's just, not everybody's going to be there anyway. So I was like, well, what if we just do like some turkey legs and some steamable mashed potatoes or something?
Sure.
Like, because you're right. It's not a family thing this year, really.
So it's so crazy. It's taken on a different,
This used to be one of my favorite holidays. This and Halloween were my jam. Like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm not even making real mashed potatoes.
But it's totally taken on a different, what's the word I'm looking for? View, a different feeling this year. It's just like, hey, let's get through this and not get it.
Yeah.
That's what it's taken on this year.
Speaking of that, my sister normally goes up to my grandmother's and they do a meal with my uncle and some other people, and that was the plan until 2 days ago. My uncle got COVID.
Oh no.
And then he's the one that cooks the main part of it and everything. So, you know, my grandma's like in her 80s. You don't want to. So now that got canceled. So last minute they're trying to figure out what they're doing.
What's your uncle's name?
Ross.
Well, thanks for ruining Thanksgiving, Uncle Ross.
He means get better, Uncle Ross.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Hey, sorry, you ruined Thanksgiving now. Don't make it happen for Christmas too. Get better by then. We do Wednesdays in a different way. It's Would You Rather Wednesday. So sometimes we ask funny questions. Sometimes it's serious. Sometimes deep thinking. What's it going to be today? Check this out. Would you rather be able to see your own future or be able to see everyone else's future but not your own? So only your future or everyone else's future but not your own?
I don't care about anybody else.
So Sammy's over there looking out for number one. Now, to me, this is one of those questions that actually you respond with a question. Seeing their future, can you change their future?
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask.
So let's assume that you can. Let's assume that you find out that something bad's going to happen, and you do your best to avoid that thing. So you change your future.
And then do you know when you're going to die and how you're going to die and all that stuff? Because that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those things that maybe you can change your future. So if you're going to die on a boating accident, maybe
you never go on a boat.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to see everybody else's.
Really?
What?
You can make a lot of money doing that, though.
If they believe you.
All it takes is one time where you're like, hey, next week, you're going to win the lottery. And they win the lottery. I'm like, told you. The key is you have to record all of it. See, I've already thought about this. I've already thought of how... Maybe I don't know my own future, but at least I'm going to find a way to make money off of the talent of knowing everybody else's.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I don't want to know mine. I don't want to know anybody's.
Really? So you can't, but no, it's would you rather. You have to pick one or the other.
If I had to pick, I would want to know mine. Because,
okay.
Yeah, I don't care enough about other people. Or I would just go and mess with people, and I'd go up to them and say something, and then walk away. And then when it happens to that person, they'd be like, whoa, she was right. But then you can't really reap the benefits of that because you can't see the reaction later.
Yeah, no, I would find a way to make money off it. That's the key. So Sammy and I have not talked about this, maybe ever, but you have an incredible talent.
I do.
Right above your mouth. You have one of the most sensitive noses I've ever met of anyone ever. You're just like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
And like 3 days later, I smell it.
I can smell a poopy diaper from a mile away.
Yeah, that's not something we talk about too often because we're both not around that together. But Reddit asked people, what's the weird smell that you like? Now, this is a little bit different than your super hypersensitive smeller. But is there a weird smell out there that you're like, I kind of like this smell, but I shouldn't like this smell?
Rubber cement, like the glue. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think a lot of people like that, right?
I remember the cans in school.
Yep.
I think maybe it just makes me think of when I was younger. If that's why I like it.
I think a lot of people do like that smell. I'm a gasoline person. I love the smell of unleaded gas. Let me read you some of these
Not the
answers.
leaded gas?
No,
Only the unleaded.
unleaded. Yeah, leaded is awful. The smell of an indoor hotel pool from the hallway before you get into it. That's what someone wrote.
My favorite smell, it's not weird, but my favorite smell is the ocean. So like as soon as we get close enough, I put all my windows down. I don't care if it's 1,000 degrees outside. I want to smell that. And it's not necessarily a good smell because it's kind of fishy and gross, but that's my favorite smell.
Somebody wrote impending snow. Like there's a smell to that. I love the smell of blown out matches.
Okay.
The smell of freshly mowed grass mixed with gas. All right, that's closer to what I said. When you open a new can of tennis balls. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah. The smell of books.
No, I actually hate that
Really?
smell.
Decomposing plant matter in a forest. That's very specific.
I don't even know what that is.
WD-40, which I do not like the smell of that. Smell of a hardware store. Someone else wrote puppy breath.
That is the worst. I hate puppy breath.
Puppy breath to me just smells like dog
I
food.
hate it. Ugh.
You know, when we got Cash, he had some dental issues that we had to take care of, and his breath stunk. Did you ever smell his breath?
But my sister's dog had a tooth that needed to be pulled, and she had stinky breath.
God, it was terrible. But after a while,
you got used to it.
I didn't mind it. Like I wasn't like, yeah, give me that stinky breath. But I didn't mind it. My wife hated it.
You know, another smell that I like. Well, the whole baby spit up. I love that. But I know a lot of people like baby spit up. Not older kid puke, but like formula spit up. I like that. But the smell of when you go to like a garage where they have tires, like new tires.
The rubber smell?
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't.
Yeah,
hate
my buddy Tom runs a Firestone tire place in Harrisburg, and anytime I always take my car there. Whenever I do, they have tires in the waiting room, and it does smell. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I immediately smelled that when you talked about it. Yeah. Got any weird smells that you're all up into? Let us know on the comment section here. Real quick before we go, your grandma that was going to host Thanksgiving. Where does she live?
It's up in DuBois, where there's like no cases of COVID,
right.
so it's so extra weird.
That's not the one in Punxsutawney?
Well, yeah, it's the same area.
Did you hear that they're going to do Groundhog Day without crowd this year?
You know, I was thinking about that the other day. No, I didn't hear that. But I was like, I wonder how they're going to do this.
For those of you who remember when Sami and I were together on the radio, you went to Groundhog Day a few times.
I was up on Gobbler's Knob.
Yep. And you did like breaks from there, and we had a good time. But so you can speak on this with personal experience, but yeah, no crowds will be allowed for Groundhog Day this year. Organizers announced that the annual tradition on Gobbler's Knob, dating back to 1887, won't include a live audience when Phil makes his call on February 2nd. The president of the Groundhog Club
It's a thing.
said,
the inner circle.
Due to circumstances we're all aware of, unfortunately, we will have no in-person viewing and no guests on our grounds. He will deliver his prediction via live stream now.
From the knob, though?
I think they're still going to pull him from the stump.
Well, because there's a whole ceremony. All the guys with the top hats and the inner circle.
I think they're still going to do that ceremony, probably all with masks on. And then they're going to we're all going to have to watch it. And because you've been there a couple times, it's a party. It's like it's like a drinking party.
And people are dancing. They try to not let you drink, but
it's a drinking party.
People go already drunk, I guess, and smuggle it in. But
sure,
yeah, there's dancing and bonfires. And
not this year. No, it's gonna be awkward. Maybe doing it without a crowd will make these people realize how weird this thing is.
No,
just no crowd, dead silence. On this day, February 2nd. Silence.
Or they'll just play something because they have big speakers. They'll just play a fake crowd. You know, like they do at baseball games.
Punxsutawney Phil has not seen his shadow.
Do you know all the times I go, I always forget every year which means which. I always have to.
I think if he sees his shadow, there's more.
See, I forget, and I do it every year.
I don't know. Nor do I really care. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. Could this have been the best prom ever?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you! Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Sami, I'm going to ask you a personal question. And knowing you, you're going to have no problem answering it. Have you ever partied with, we can end it there, a ex-teacher of yours?
Of mine.
Of yours.
I did run into one at a bar.
Right.
And we were dancing, and I bought her a shot, and she was like, this is weird, but Cheers.
Nice.
And we still talk on Facebook. She's awesome.
That's great. Have you ever had an ex-teacher of yours like hit on you over social media or anything like that?
No. No. Am I not pretty enough?
Yeah, no, I know, right? I'm not blowing up Steph's spot, but I'm just saying something. An ex-teacher came out of the woodwork. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to say nothing happened. And I'll let her tell the story if she wants to, but
looking back, I'm like, I don't want any of my ex-teachers. I'm kind of glad that didn't happen. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
You know, we hear stories. There was a huge controversy in my little town that I grew up in because one of the teachers ended up getting with and marrying one of her ex-students only a few years after he graduated.
That happened here at my high school.
Really?
And they're still together as
That's
far
good.
as I know.
I have no idea if these two are still together. I mean, I wish them well, but in my little tiny town, that was a huge deal.
But if you think about it, it could be just a 4-year difference. If they're a senior and that person first year teaching, it's not.
Yep.
the
All I can say is
craziest
this
thing.
was not a 4-year difference.
No?
This is closer to a 14 or 15-year difference. But to each their own. If everything was done legally, no problem.
Yeah.
This is very awkward. A British phys ed teacher has been banned from the classroom after she got drunk and flashed her parts at the school prom.
She got drunk at prom
Yeah.
and was like, woo!
Yeah, Catherine Lake, she's 44, had drunk 8 glasses of wine at the 2019 prom
That'll do it.
before attempting to sit on one of the students' laps. Smoked a cigarette with another, and then later pulled her top down to expose herself while posing with 5 students in a photo booth.
Was it just to show the cleavage?
No,
or it was all of it?
It was to show, memories.
Do they have a picture of her?
No, I don't have one in front of me. Mrs. Lake, who is married, was head of physical education
So she's
at
got
this
to
high
be
school.
kind of in shape, right?
Yeah, I guess so. From 2008 until she was fired last September, she admitted her actions were unacceptable,
Absolutely.
but said as she was under the influence of alcohol at the time, she could not recall the events. Yeah. They reviewed her case and recommended that if after 2 years she can convince another panel that she is fit to return to teaching, she may be able to go back into the classroom. So I guess she didn't lose her teacher's license, or what. I don't know how they do it over in the UK, but
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. But I look back to my school days and I'm like, man, there was a couple teachers that I wish would have done this.
Well, now you can't get away with anything like that.
No.
Because everybody's got their phone out and
Oh my
somebody
God,
has
no.
it recorded and somebody's probably selling those pictures.
There's so many things that you can't get away with now that you used to be able to before.
Thank God.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wasn't that bad, but I had enough
Yeah,
moments.
no, me either.
My moments were mostly in college. My moments were like, thank God that one of my drunken rants or whatever I said or did.
Or the here, hold my beer moments.
I didn't do that a lot because I was busy working in college. But when I did have a chance to be social, I kind of took it to an 11 a lot, more than I should have.
I like to do the look what I can do after a few drinks, and I usually get hurt.
Oh, there's a couple downtown Harrisburg moments where that was, look what I can do. Yeah, no, I get you. Get your take on this. A survey finds that most Americans would prefer a 4-day work week. Now, I'm not saying your normal hours, I'm saying more hours. So you would do longer hours during those 4 days, but then you'd have like a 3-day weekend. Is that you?
No.
No? You're okay working 5 days a
No,
week?
I want
6
4
a week?
days a week, less hours.
It doesn't work like that. You still want to get paid for 40, so you get 10-hour work days.
I know. I think one of my last husbands did that. I think he had off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then. But
No, I get it. You lose track of them.
yeah, no, because I'm already tired at like 6 o'clock at night. Plus the whole kid thing. Like I would never see my kids during the week. That's more of a single person thing, I think, to do than a family man
Makes
woman
sense.
thing.
Makes sense. I don't care. I kind of just, I just want a job. We talked a lot about Thanksgiving and how it's different. What is your normal Thanksgiving over the last few years?
What did I? Oh, last year I made a turkey for the first time.
How'd it go?
Great. Last year for me was different too because we just went to church and served homeless people or people who didn't have family, and we just kind of did one whole big thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what I did last year. But up until that point, I used to go up and visit my grandma too. And
Okay, well, when you went to go visit your grandma, be honest. Research shows that it takes less than 4 hours before you need a break from your extended family for the holidays.
no, because there wasn't. It was me and my sister and our kids, and then my grandma and my uncle. There wasn't like too much. The crazy part of our family wasn't there.
Oh.
I was the crazy part of the family.
So I'm not going to get sick of myself. I love myself.
No.
The survey of adults, it was a survey of adults who traveled to visit family for the holidays. An average of 3 hours and 54 minutes with family before we're like, I'm just going to walk outside and pretend I smoke or something because I need to get away.
I don't think I've ever spent that much time with extended family.
With the fear of some of the wife's family listening to this or watching this, I'm going to say that's probably pretty good.
But that's me with anybody. Like after 4 hours with anybody,
That's
I'm like,
not-
I've had enough of you.
See, that's not me. Like, I could easily spend 4 hours with you. I like you. I used to do it every day.
Well, yeah, that's a little different.
Steph, not a problem. Easily spend 4 hours with Steph. Do it all the time. Friends, sure. But even some family, it's just like certain members of the wife's family who, again, whatever. If they watch this,
They probably already know.
they probably know who they are. Like, oh, he's talking about me. But it doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means
Small
that
doses.
you like, yeah, just like they're spewing whatever they're talking about and kind of very unaware of themselves. So I'm just gonna leave. And I don't
Is
leave
it
the
because
house.
they get drunk?
No.
Because I think that might be part of it for some people.
No, she has certain members of her family who are like, there's nothing wrong with having opinions.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having opinions that are different than mine. I don't care. Like, everybody's different, and I appreciate that. Just don't throw it in everyone's face all the time. And that goes for whatever your opinion is about anything.
Don't make somebody else feel like crap.
There's certain times to talk about things, and there's certain times not to talk about things. Or you say your piece and you move on quickly. Don't dwell on something. Don't try to start fights. Don't try to one-up someone, especially if you're stuck with them for hours. And unfortunately, there's a couple people in the wife's family who are like that. Not all the time,
Yeah.
but just enough where you're like, I'm going to leave the room. And you don't even say it. You just get up, you're like, I'm going to go watch football. Or I'm going to go downstairs and see what the kids are doing, because the kids don't have opinions other than, like, I like food.
Which
I like,
Fortnite guy is
I
better?
like toys. Yeah. Check out my TikTok video.
Well, I think Thanksgiving's different than other holidays too, because after 4 hours you're full, or you're ready for your next round, or you need a nap.
Or all of the above. Feed me while I sleep. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. Wow, this is the most horrifying thing I've read all day.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
This is like kind of a irrational fear, but after reading this story, is it really that irrational? Is it?
I'll tell you.
A dead woman woke up in a morgue. Yeah. A woman in Poland was declared dead by her doctor. 11 hours later, she woke up in the morgue.
She's a really good sleeper?
I don't know. There's very little details about this story.
Wait, where was this at?
Poland. Very few details about this story other than when she came back to life, she complained that she was cold and requested some hot tea. Are you kidding me? She could have been embalmed. She could have been like an autopsy performed.
She could have been in a zipped bag in one of those things that you push. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Right? So imagine.
I'd have freaked out.
They think you're dead and you're not. 11 hours later, you come back to life and you're in this dark bag and you're scratching at the bag.
So was she just hanging out on a table waiting to
I guess so. And she just like
cut open?
sat up like the Undertaker in a WWE show.
Oh, it's chilly.
It's like,
I'd like a spot of tea.
Well, it's Poland, so I don't think that's the right accent. But anyway.
I don't know that one.
Can I have tea? I'm cold and not dead.
Was she naked?
I don't know. But I appreciate you asking.
How do they not, like, maybe they do it differently over there? Do you check for a pulse, or do you poke her with a stick and then you're like, oh, I think she's dead?
The Polish way of determining whether or not
I don't
you're
know.
dead?
Hey, poke.
Wake up.
Oh, she's not waking up. She must be dead.
Wake up. Wake up. All right. Time of death, 1:45.
I don't know how they do it there, but
yeah, that's. I'm hoping that this kind of stuff doesn't happen in the United States, but it's not like Poland is some sort of third world country.
Right.
They supposedly have doctors and like cars and electricity and all that good stuff.
Did she have a toe tag?
I don't know. You're asking a lot of questions I don't know the answer to. All I know is a woman who they thought was dead, 11 hours later, woke up, wanted tea.
Best nap ever.
It scares crap out of me. Yeah, she woke up very, very rested. The average person claims they are 7 out of 10 on kindness. And I have a theory about this. A study of adults found that while the average adult would rate themselves a solid 7 out of 10, 14% don't think they could be any nicer. Okay. I think 7 out of 10 is a pretty solid number. That's the number I would strive to, because anything else, you seem fake. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to be seen as the nicest person in the world, because that seems fake. And maybe that's terrible. Maybe that's a cynical way of looking at it. A 10 out of 10 nice person is like, oh, they're hiding something. Am I wrong?
Or you're just like, yeah, no.
You're so nice that you're annoying?
I've actually been around people that were so nice, like, it was irritating.
Yes. Thank you.
She's too nice. I feel like I am a jerk.
Right, and that's terrible. Like, it's what a terrible way to think, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. She's just way too nice.
Like, oh my God, she's so annoying, or she's fake. She's hiding bodies in her basement. I'm sorry, 7 out of 10.
Or you're like,
it's a good number.
What drug is she on?
Like, to me, 7 out of 10 is like, well, that's a really nice person, but they have their side where they're not nice. Uh-huh. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm a solid 8 if I don't actually know you in kindness, but if I know you, I could be a jerk.
Yeah.
And years ago, Sammy, I was maybe a 5. I was mean.
I mean, 5's pretty generous to yourself, but okay. Time to stump Sammy. It's dangerous, but 70% of people surveyed said that they do this while they drive. I am guilty of this 100%.
All people? It's not a man-woman thing? It's a...
Nope, 70% of people said they do this while they drive.
Eating.
Yeah.
Wow, it's easy.
That's the number one thing.
And it's only 70?
It's only 70%.
No. Everyone I know eats while driving. I mean, I don't think I've ever met a person that's...
It's efficient.
Yeah.
Right? You're getting from point A to point B, but you're hungry, so you got to eat on the way to point B.
I have a box of oatmeal cream pies currently on my passenger seat.
Nice.
For, snack time. Because I get hungry sometimes.
That's good. No, for those of you who don't know, and I'm delivering for UPS in my own car for the holidays. It's just a seasonal job. Did it to make a little bit of money.
So you have snacks?
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, here's the thing. I'm like, try to be as efficient as possible. Get in, get out. We haven't even hit busy season yet, so I'm trying to like understand this and let all the little things I have to do with my little handheld machine like
work out the quirks.
become like second nature, like muscle memory and all that stuff. And I noticed that, or not noticed, but I understand that if I have something else in the car to distract me, I won't be doing the job efficiently. I don't even have a drink with me while I'm driving. Yeah. So I'm
such a good multitasker.
I need to be on point because I don't want to do this job any longer than I have to.
I could have a drink, a sandwich, drive with my niece, and somehow still change my shirt while I'm driving.
Right, and
I'm so good at that.
And my dog's sitting right next to me. According to a new survey, 63% of people said that this is a factor when they buy a new car.
Color.
No, it has nothing to do with the outside of the car or really to do with the inside of the car. It's how a family member deals with it.
Family member deals
how it would work with a family member. 63%.
How much room is in the car? How many seats?
No, name a specific family member, whether or not they like it.
Their husband or wife.
Think about what show this is. Think about who's normally on this show. She would have guessed it already.
I'm so stumped.
Look behind you.
A pet?
Yeah.
Really?
Whether or not it would work for your dog. 63% of people said that how a car would work for your dog.
I don't think Fido would like it in here.
Yeah. No, this isn't very feng shui for Rocky.
Spot likes leather, not fabric interior.
And that just shows the difference between you and Steph. If Steph were here, she'd be like, whether or not your dog likes it, ring the bell. She would have got so excited and immediately was like, dog something. Where you're like, human beings?
Yeah.
No.
Because they're the ones that go in my car.
No, human beings do not matter to Steph.
Oh.
No, dog only. All right, friends. We hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, no matter what you're doing. If it's big celebration, small celebration, no celebration, enjoy your day. Same deal with Black Friday and the weekend. We're taking tomorrow off and Friday off.
And remember to wear stretchy pants.
Yeah, that helps. We'll be back Monday. I don't know if Steph will be back doing the streaming thing, or maybe Sami will be back, or maybe we'll have someone else in here. We really haven't thought that far ahead.
It's 2020. We don't know anything anymore.
Yeah, or it'll just be me going, I'm so lonely.
It'll never just be you. I'm here for you.
No, I mean, you got like 19 kids. You never know what's going on with you. All right, guys, we will see you. Have a fantastic weekend, fantastic Thanksgiving. Monday, we'll be back later.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.